I have ideas of what to do with my life. I plan and plan and plan, but I don't seem to take action. Is this normal or am I missing something?
Number one, I understand. Number two, you must have a reason, a why, a purpose of why you're doing this. And that is your fuel that's going to keep pushing you, even when there are obstacles, even when there are external resistance, and even when there are internal resistance. And you're going to notice that my assumption is the bigger resistance is internal. Okay. That is almost always the case. So an example for a reason, keep it simple and list 3 of them. For example, I want to feel good about my life, and that's why I want to take action. Second one, I want to help my family, and that is a simple second reason. A third reason, I don't want to continue to suffer the way I have been suffering. And that's a third reason. And remind yourself always of these reasons, and these will fuel you to keep taking action, even if it's small action. Okay. Now, anytime we embark on a new journey, we want internal strategy and external strategy. External strategy is almost never clear and precise. Okay. Success comes through, and that is my mentor speaking, I'm not making this up. Success comes through a series of imperfect actions. Okay. Say that again. Success comes through a series of imperfect actions. There is no such thing as a perfect action. Most people get stuck because they want to do perfect action. Most people overthink and reach for perfection and don't get that momentum, that push, because they overthink and they want perfection. And maybe they're self-conscious, or maybe they don't feel like they have the resources that other people have. They raise their expectations too high that they get paralyzed. They don't even start. Just keep that mindset that there is no such thing as perfect action. You need to take small action from where you are, and that will give you momentum, and that will give you graces, and that will grow if you persist. Day in and day out, take small action, but consistent. So internal strategy, in my opinion, that is the most important. Face the fear, okay? We all have fears. I don't want to embarrass myself. I don't want to make a fool out of myself. I don't want to embarrass the people that I love, okay? And that is a subconscious fear that I've gradually in my journey made more and more known, okay? Again, most people have that fear, but they pretend it's not there. And they pretend that they don't have dreams, but they know they have a lot of dreams. They just don't share them, because if they share them, people will ask them, well, why aren't you acting on them? And if people ask them, why aren't you acting on them? They're going to be cornered, and they will have to face the fact that they have fear. Okay. And I also understand, because most of us were not taught how to face our fear. There's nothing wrong with fear itself. There is fear, but how we deal with it is the determining factor between which one is going to continue and push through the tear barriers, and who and which of us is going to stop at the first obstacle, or the second obstacle, or the third obstacle. So another mentor of mine that is very dear to me says that enlightenment, you reach enlightenment when you're not afraid of fear. He didn't say you reach enlightenment when you don't have fear. But most of us resist fear. Most of us intellectualize our emotions and our fear. And once we intellectualize, we are resisting that fear. How do you accept that fear? How do you become not afraid of fear? You practice allowing the fear in your body, feeling it. It's just an emotion that wants to burn off, and then you're going to be free. But that's not easy. It takes work, it takes guidance, it takes mentorship, it takes coaching. And it's not something that we are taught. It's not something that is common knowledge. So what happens when we ignore fear, when we intellectualize it, and when we resist it? And then our mind tells us that actually by focusing on something else, the fear goes away. Well, the truth is the fear doesn't go away. It just gets suppressed, and then it accrues, and then there's interest, and then it comes back up again every so often in our life because its spiritual intention is that it wants to be resolved and it wants to be processed. There's a saying, when the lesson is learned, the teacher is no longer needed. Once we process this emotion, it goes away because this emotion just wanted us to learn something. Okay? So the sooner we face our emotions, the better our life will be. The more easily we will reach success and have momentum. And that's why a lot of self-improvement gurus, they say the great people, successful people, they feel the fear and do it anyway. So feel the fear and do it anyway, feel the fear and do it anyway. They don't say great people don't feel fear. They feel the fear and do it anyway. They don't intellectualize the fear. No, they feel it and process it and take the lesson from it. And sometimes you can dissolve the fear altogether and be completely free from it. Or you can actually use that fear to give you the adrenaline needed, to give you the required focus, to help you push through the external obstacle. So what you need to do is strong reasons, and don't be ashamed of fear. Everyone feels fear. Okay, sometimes we don't want to feel emotions because we think we're the only people who feel these emotions. And then we feel ashamed, and then we feel confused, and then we contract and become small. Understand that you need strong reasons to keep pushing you forward. Feel the fear, don't be embarrassed, don't be shy of it. And as I learned from Mental Toughness for Young Athletes, that most successful athletes, they are fearless. But what does fearless mean? It means they feel the fear and they do the right thing. They take right action, even if they fail, even if they face retribution, even if they face opposition from their team. They believe, they have good reasons, and they take action. Even if it's wrong, there's going to be a lesson from it. And if it's right, then that's good. That's going to give you more momentum. That's all I have to say.
True happiness is on the other side of fear. Will Smith said that.
That's right. There you go. Push through fear. AT approves.
Yes, sir.
My brother, enjoy whatever you're going to do.
Yeah, man, I'm going outside to face my fears right now.